Hey friends, what's good? Welcome to Story Time and a little bit of a show and tell today of my art. I'm kind of excited. Just recently, I was able to frame a bunch of my pieces, and now they're finished and they look really wild. So I wanted to show you guys a couple of them. And just the first one, just to get it out of the way. I mean, this eyeball one, isn't that nuts? It looks like a Ninja Turtle, like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle eyeball. I don't know which one it would be. Anyway, that's just the first one. So I got a story to tell you guys today. I have wonderful neighbors, and sometimes we don't get a chance to really talk to a lot of people because a lot of people go to work, they have lives, and you just see them on the street and you wave. Like, and today, coincidentally, my neighbor was out working in his garden, and I spotted on the roadside of the hedge, there's a bunch of lilacs, and every single day I go by, I think, okay, I am taking some of these lilacs home. I'm going to sneak them. I'm going to snip them and sneak them. But I haven't done it yet because I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to steal somebody's lilacs. But I saw him out in his yard and I said, "Hey, can I steal some of your lilacs?" And he says, "No." And he goes, "I'm going to cut you some." So we went over and grabbed some snippers and got me some lilacs. Aren't they beautiful? They smell amazing too. Like I get them kind of partially open so they'll smell a lot longer. And yeah, so nice neighbor. That was so sweet. Anyways, so today has been a weird day because we all woke up and everybody always has a plan when they get up here. It's going to either be some sort of work related thing or they got to go somewhere or whatever. But everything changes when the power is out because you can't your regular day, your alarm might not go off, your phones might not be plugged in. It's kind of crazy. And nobody knew that we were going to have a power outage today, but apparently it was written on one of the buildings that yes, BC Hydro was coming in to shut it off and top a bunch of trees. Since that big storm, we had 130-kilometer winds, and what it's done now is it's really made a lot of our trees, the tops are a lot weaker now. We've got a lot of trees that are super tall, and it's just going to take one more wind and those suckers are going to get blown over. So yeah, BC Hydro does not want to lose any of their power lines. So they come down and they clean it up and they're wonderful. I love it. But they turn our power off for an entire day. So it's always funny when the power goes out here. I've said this before that everybody and their dogs are out. Like everybody goes out because you have nothing else to do. Like we rely so much on being on the grid. Even when we're partially off the grid, everybody here relies on their Wi-Fi. They rely on their phones to work. And if you can't do it at your house here, you got to get in your car and drive to the closest place where there is power. So yeah, a lot of people were really thrown off this morning. I actually am so used to it now, especially living here. I'm used to the whole idea of off grid because I was off grid for years and I can kind of deal with it. So basically it's a good time for me to clean my house as long as there's water. You can clean the house. I read some of my book. I did a little bit of framing. I just sort of organized and got some stuff ready for Facebook Marketplace and took the dogs for a walk. And then I just decided while it was, in the scorching heat of the day, I would go for my 5K, which was absolutely nuts. It is hot out, not complaining, absolutely gorgeous. Did it, got it out of the way. So now all I got to do is do some bodybuilding and weight stuff tonight, and I'm good to go. It's golden. And by then, internet will be back on and I can just sort of sit around and watch some cool stuff on YouTube, which is my favorite place to hang out is YouTube. But anyway, so today's been a bit wacky and it's good though. It always kind of hits the reset button, especially for me, because then I'm not sitting and doing work all day because I call whatever I'm doing with social media on my YouTube and all that stuff, I call that work because I'm technically just marketing myself and doing a lot of, I research a ton for things. So instead of doing art today, I just chose to do a bunch of other things outside the house. It was really beautiful earlier, so I took my book outside and sat in the sun and got a bit of some sun. It was just beautiful, and it's a nice reset, like I said. Some people here are very angry, though. They get so mad. They get mad at management. Like, what's the management going to do? He can't put the power back on. So yeah, you gotta grin and bear it. Just deal with it. But anyway, so I want to show you guys some pieces of art. So I'm just going to turn around to this side and show you what I've done. I've got 7 or 8 pieces now. So here we are. There's the mandrel. I picked frames that were kind of going to work with the color scheme of each piece. And yeah, some of these frames, they're very light. I was quite shocked at how light they are. Now I did the tape here and I had it in a wooden frame and I changed the wood. I made the colors of the wood a little bit different kind of to help out that painting, give it some more it's got some copper in the frame as well. And then the water deer, sorry about the glare. I'm kind of hoping my microphone works this time. The last time I did this, my mic didn't want to work. And then so I'm getting these kind of gallery ready because I would like to put them in a gallery, and there's a couple that I have in mind. And my baby grizzly. This one I used a nice metal silver frame. I like this one. That turned out quite nice. Um, I'm kind of biased though. And then this one I was a little sad because I chopped her down, but the majority of the reason why I love this one is his mouth. He's just a yawning koala bear. But I cut him right down and fit him into this smaller frame. And then we've got the chameleon. Sorry about the glare. I'm trying to figure out how to show you without the glare. The chameleon. And so on the backs of these ones, I've papered them in and then I've put my own signature and stuff on the back instead of on the front. I was having a really hard time trying to figure out how to put signatures in and be able to read them and not paint them. So the armadillo. For the longest time, I called that damn armadillo an aardvark, and I finally figured out my error. And I knew it was an aardvark. And then the gorilla, who was my first one to do. So these guys are ready to go and I'm so excited. They turned out really nice. I used this as the only refurbished frame used because it was a large one and I found it at a discount place and I messed around with it and I kind of like it. I'm using paper bags that are recycled, so I wasn't trying to make everything look, you know, meticulous and perfect because they aren't. I love the texture and the way things turn out on the paper bag, so I kind of went with that on a few of them. But anyway, so yeah, that's all I wanted to show you guys and let you know I got some lilacs and it's a beautiful day. I hope you guys get some sun wherever you are and that you're turning the news off and you're trying to enjoy your life. I hope so. Anyway, I hope you have a great day today, guys, and God bless you and see you later from me and the dogs. See ya.